Greetings. This is Dr. Amona Washington. I am your instructor for Managerial Communication VC01. First, I want to apologize for my tardy responses. This is not typical of my work. However, recently I've been in transition and sometimes I suffer from tendinitis. I had a recent flare-up which prevents me from typing. It's very painful. So I decided to use this as an opportunity to use technology to communicate with you all. So I'm catching up, so please bear with me. I am reading your post. Very interesting. And moving forward, I would like to use this mode to communicate. So here, I just want to shout out to you all. James. So first of all, I noticed I have quite a few Marines in this class. And you read my bio. I am retired Air Force. I had one of my sons did join the Air Force and did a tour. Had another son who joined the Army and did a tour. And then I had a youngest son who did a tour in the Marines. And of course, sometimes we would sit by the kitchen table and have a bunch of lively discussions when you have all three services. I didn't have the Navy. It's so funny because my Marine and the Marine and everyone has the most banter back and forth. And he would say things like, oh, the chair force and blah, blah, blah. And my comeback is, you're mad because I was in air conditioning and those things. So, but let me say to not only my Marines, but the Army, the Air Force, and all of you, thank you very much for your service. So James, a Marine, a big family. I love it. I love the combined family, the grand, all of that. I look forward to working with you. And David, you hit them all, the Marines, the Army, the National Guard. I want to tell you that I wish you safety on your deployment to Afghanistan and a speedy, safe return back home. Evan is in the Army, and yes, Evan, I believe that this course will give you some tools to help you become a better communicator as a warrant officer. Absolutely, yes. I think that the book is a really good book, and I highly encourage all your students to keep this book for reference. Dolan, I had to look up a computed tomography. I was like, what is that? And so I read the description. Is what you do, like the 3D sonograms now that pregnant moms can have, the things are in 3D? I think that's pretty cool. Alma. Oh my gosh. Alma, you are doing it all. You're a mom, you're a student, you're a worker, full-time worker, full-time mom, full-time student, and your full-time job is working with children. Just bless you. God just bless you. Man. Oh, and you have turtles and a cat? Wow. My hat is off to you, Alma. Jared, another Marine. And I love your diversity. Jared has done everything. He's been a police. I mean, you've went the gamut of different careers. And then I read that you work with autistic children. How awesome is that? It is a pleasure to meet you, and I look forward to working with you. Bobby, you said you have a restaurant that you open just on the weekend. What kind of food? I was like, wow, what kind of food? But that's pretty cool. And you only have one more semester? Yes. I can see you're at the very end. The light is there at the end of the tunnel, and you can see it. I'm so glad to be at this journey with you. Nancy, Another person with the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that you are setting a great example for your son and your daughter, that you guys are all in school at the same time and you're about to graduate. You are setting a legacy and a great example for your son and your daughter. Monica, another senior. Oh, that is so cool, Monica. You and your husband, you talked your husband into coming to school and you're doing it together. I think that is wonderful, and that you have a heart for education. And man, we need good teachers. I believe that teachers for children have such a huge responsibility and such a huge job, because you are molding our future. So Godspeed to you. April, wow, you're taking 3 classes at a time, okay. And congratulations on your retirement for the Air Force. Oh, April, please tell me, send me a personal email. April says she's a John Maxwell team. You took the course. I really want to know. Send me an email and tell me your opinion in terms of the value of it. I listen to John Maxwell on podcasts almost every morning, Maxwell Minutes, and I just love it. So yeah, I would love to hear from your perspective. Was it worth the time and money, and what do you see out of that investment? Priscilla, you said you liked online, and sometimes you had good, and sometimes they were more challenging. And I understand that online fits for various reasons. I think that it can be more challenging just because you don't have the face-to-face interface and the time. But I'll hopefully that this will be a good experience for you. And we have the whole weightlifting in common. I like that too. I might try Zumba. I tried it a long time ago when it first came out, but I have not tried it since, so I might try it. Patricia, I'm sorry to hear about your husband and his disability, but I am proud and happy that God has led you and will continue to lead you and led you to do this for your family now. And if there's anything that I can do, please let me know. Christopher. So we have 2 Chris's. So Chris Rivers. We have 2 Christophers. Chris Rivers and Chris Stamps. And Christopher Rivers wants to be called Chris. And he's in Hawaii, and he's 27 and almost finished his degree. He's been in the Army for 8 years. Awesome to be that young and focused. Just super excited and happy for you. Thank you for your service as well. And Aaron, that was a beautiful picture of you and your wife and your daughter. Thank you so much for sharing that, and thank you and your parents to come from a family with a legacy of being servants. How awesome is that? Thank you. And then Aubrey, welcome. Aubrey works with deaf children. How awesome. And you mentioned your DIY, do-it-yourself projects. I love do-it-yourself projects. My husband hates it, and so I really end up doing it myself, but I do, and I love to watch all those shows. Flip This House, Love It or List It, all those, I love them. Julian. Okay, Julian, so yes, we want you to really do well in your hobbies. Julian's hobbies are passing these classes, so yes, we want you to do really well with your hobbies. Anthony Jackson, last semester, another person who is at the end of the tunnel and retired from the Army. Thank you for your service. Amanda, just thank you. Bless you for teaching our children, and thank you. I think teachers who teach K through 12 do not get enough pay, recognition, or gratitude. So I want to tell you, thank you. Brandy's, who's really Nicole, got it. Nicole, congratulations on your promotion to the director, and I am sure that once you complete your degree, the executive director is right there for you. And last but not least, Christopher Stamps, who's also in the Y, who's also in the Army, and who's been there. He's been in the Army 8 years, but he is getting his bachelor's in criminal justice. So we look forward to you doing great things for us. Thank you for all that you do, each and every one of you. I want this class to be a class that is informative, that the information is applicable, and that you leave here with some nuggets that you can take and implement in your personal and in your private life. I mean, your personal, which is your private, personal/private, and in your professional life. Give me 2 weeks. I'll be caught up. So what I want to do is to be able to address feedback from the discussion board via videos. I will post the videos. Please, please, please respond, share if you like this modality, any type of questions you want to answer. Have a wonderful week, and I